Hello everyone. So for today, we will be completing the conversions. And before that, yesterday we have covered our infix to postfix conversion and infix to prefix conversion, and learn about what are postfix, prefix, and infix conversions. So for today, we will be covering all remaining. That will be postfix to infix, prefix to infix, postfix to prefix, and prefix to postfix conversion. So firstly, we will start from postfix conversion to our infix. So for this, we will be taking an iterator I, which will be moving, traversing in our string, and while it reaches to the end, we will traverse our string and taking a empty stack and putting all the strings in our stack. So we should remember that in this stack we can put the string, not only the character value. So after this, for the postfix to infix conversion, if any operand appears first, so we will be moving from I equal to 0 till our string length goes off. So up to that we will be moving, and if any operand encounters, we will simply put that operand in our stack. And if any operator arrives, then we will push that operator, and before pushing that operator we will be taking last first two operands, first two operands, and that will be t1 dot top of first, and that will be as t1, and t2 will be as t1 dot top, and we will be popping out both element. And after this we will be putting the combination of t2 operand t1, and bracket will be closed. So this whole element will be put in our stack as a new string, and this continues until we reaches to our end. And after, by using these two rules, we will be able to reach to our infix notation. So for the complexity, our complexity will reaches to big O of 2n, and for space complexity we are using stack, so that reaches to big O of n. So I have told the pseudocode also. So for the prefix to infix conversion, we have a slightly change. Like in our string, we will be traversing from back side to front side. So uh, our string is given as a plus b minus c. So we will be traversing from c to a. So our we have same thing, iterator that will initialized as 0, and a empty string. So our iterator will be initialized further as n minus 1. That will be the total length and last element of our string. And we will be traversing up to our I reaches to or greater than equals to 0. So for up to that we will be traversing. And in this, our if any operand arrives, so we will simply put it in our stack. And like multiple operands are arriving one another, so they will be separating via comma. So like a, then b, so a will be encountered, so it will be put in our stack, and after that a comma, and a new b will be put it along. Means two different strings are putting in a same stack. So after this, f plus encounters. So in this case, firstly we will pop out both t1 and t2. T1 will be as b will be the t1 because it's a stack, it work in leaf order. And we will pop out t1 and make a separate string t1. And after this, a t2 will be popped out, and it will be also stored as t2. And we will putting back a new string if any operand arrives, if any operator arrives, like if any symbol plus minus into divide, anything will be arrived. So we will be putting in the combination of t1 operator t2, and they will be enclosed with a via bracket. So this all will be put in our stack, and until we reaches to our first element of our string, we will continue applying these two rules. Firstly, if any operand arrives, put it in the stack directly. If any operator arrives, so put the last last two operand and a operator combination in the combination of T1 operator T2. So that's in the combination we will putting. These two rules will be followed, and until we reaches to our first, we will be traversing, and in the end we will able to find our infix notation. So that's how it will be covered. And the complexity, it will also use complexity of big O n for the loop and big O of n1 plus n2 for our string. Maybe there will be a case of too long string that will be up to size of n. So for this, our t1 will be as t1 dot top, and that will be pop out. Similarly for t2, so these complexity will be big O of n1 plus n2. So overall complexity reaches to big O of 2n, and space complexity will be big O of n. So after this, our postfix to prefix conversion. Here we also have same strategy, taking a iterator and a empty stack. Iterator will move from starting of our string till ending of our string. So in this, as it is a postfix, so we are starting like that. In this, if operand arrive, we will simply put it in the stack. If any operator arrives, we will be implying the same rule of operator T2 T1. In this order, we will putting the elements and moving again forward until we reaches to our end of our string. So after all that reversal, we will get a new prefix notation as set in the rules. There will be no bracket because I am not told, and that's how simply we will be able to do. So complexity will be same as big O of 2n and big O of n for space complexity. At last, our prefix to postfix conversion, we will be using same strategy as taking an iterator, but as it is prefix, previously our prefix to infix we have also used from end to first element of our string we will be traversing. So similarly for this prefix to postfix conversion, we will also traversing from our end to our first element. So our I will be initialized as n minus 1, and it will be traversed while I is greater than and equals to 0, and empty stack. If any operand arrives, simply put it in our stack. If any operator arrives, so we will be making a combination of t1 plus t2 plus operator because it's a postfix. So in this order we will be putting. So t1 will be the last element that is popping out firstly, and putting, and after that we will popping out another element that will be as t2. So the combination will be as t1 plus t2 plus operator if any operator arises, and after traversing all over the string from last to first character, uh, in the end we will be able to find our uh, postfix string, and we will be returning it and where our loop ends, and complexity will be same as big O of 2n. In earlier we have also complexity of big O of 2n, and space complexity will be big O of n. So these are some basic mathematical things which we have to remember for the conversions, and they are not too much important, but they clears the concept of a step of pushing and popping of element. So that's how we will able to solve these all conversion, prefix, infix, postfix conversion. And with this topic ends, and we will be starting new topic in our new video. Thanks.